Exercise 1. Ready, start. Mr. Speaker, sir, I am really grateful to the members who participated in the debate. The discussion on the demand of the ministry took place for more than 8 hours. During the debate, very important issues were raised and suggestions were made. Though the debate was serious, it was to some extent delightful too. The issues raised and the suggestions made were many, and as many as 52 members spoke. Suggestions were made by some members regarding the nationalization of rivers, the subject of water to be kept in the current list of the development, the formation of a national water grid and criteria for deciding whether a river basin is a surplus or a deficit basin. Some honorable members suggested that there should be a ban for 5 years in the major and medium irrigation projects, and only the potential that has been created should be utilized, and all efforts should be made in that direction. There were many other things which the honorable members referred to in regard to their towns. Mostly they referred to the general issues. They pertained only to the regional issues and particularly to the issues relating to their areas. If we took the overall picture painted by various members in their local areas, a national picture emerges. Members have criticized the delayed clearance and starting of the projects, and also about funding in certain aspects. Members demanded that certain projects should be treated as national projects. There are also allegations made by some members about the corruption at the final stage by the engineers in certain projects. Grave references were made to the lag in the potential created and the potential utilized with huge investments and managements. There were references with regard to floods and droughts and their management, the money spent by way of relief and safety measures, waterlogging by misutilization and misuse of water and excess use of water. They suggested certain steps with regard to the forest area development and lapses and gains. Some friends also referred to the water rates and their recovery by the states, but amongst the serious issues that were raised, one was for resolving of the pending disputes. Sir, freedom of speech is the basis of our democracy, and no one will tolerate any curb on this freedom from any corner. But here what is to be seen is that who has tried to curb the freedom of speech? Are they those people who are misusing the freedom of speech, or those who may try to keep a reasonable check on those who are misusing this freedom? Sir, every one of us knows that it is the duty of the government to protect the dignity of the individual. If the dignity of an individual is lowered in any way, and we find that the law enacted in this regard is not adequate or powerful to safeguard the dignity of the individual, and is not so framed as it was required to be done, it is the duty of the government to bring a new law. I think that this bill will safeguard the dignity of the individual, as well as the social dignity. We can realize that the government of any civilized country will safeguard the right of freedom of speech. The liberty of the individual is subject to social changes. Today what we see is that some persons or some elements try to impinge upon this liberty in this house, against whom the blackmailers tried to level some false allegations for their own political reasons. Sir, you will agree on this point, because as an honorable member, almost every one of us might have passed through that phase. That is why every one of us feels that today a trend of leveling allegations against anyone has developed, and it is not the duty of that person to give facts and figures to prove the allegation. After making allegations, he stands all apart. Proof of innocence is the onus on that person against whom allegations have been made, even if they are false. It is not the duty of that person who has made allegations, and who thinks himself to be the champion of the rights of freedom, to prove that the allegations leveled by him are justified. When he is not able to prove his allegation, how can he be kept out of the purview of the law?